I asked for a 2001 Chevy Impala. The fuel gauge starts bouncing around on all these older GMs. Um, got a cheap part off of eBay or Amazon. I mean, it's 20 bucks. And so right here, you got a lock tab. Get some plier needle nose. Press that and then push down on it to pop out. And then up in here, there's a red lock, and they give you replacements in this kit. It's a red lock. Pop that out, and then in there in that black void where the lock was, you got to press down on this tab, which you're looking from up here. You got to get it pressed down on here. Kind of a flathead screwdriver kind of helped me with that, and then yank it out. Had a little bit of difficulties, but I got it within a decent amount of time. And then put the lock back in here. So I finished putting the locks in, both locks, the white one for the meter, and this unit has two rails that this slides into for the gauge, you know, the actual unit itself. And they do give you a new gasket. A lot of the people on the thing I bought complained that it was too big. They had to press really hard to get this replacement one when they're reinstalling the pump itself. I'm gonna attempt it. If otherwise, I'll just reuse this one. That's it for right there. So I'm gonna just put the old one back on, because what they complain about is the mill thickness on the new one being too thick, and I think I read something about it being loose. So I'm gonna just reuse the old one. And it doesn't matter if you can do it with this on there or off it before you reinstall the new one, or with this. Just got to weave it around there carefully. Doesn't matter if you're going to put the new one on. So I am in the rust belt. So the lock, the presses, locks in the pump. I'm pretty rusty and a lot of crud up in there, so I got a lot of sediment in there because I took this off last week to see what was going on when I played with the old one, and I vacuumed out with with a siphon pump a lot of the debris, and I kind of left some in there, but it hasn't caused no issue. So be wary of that happening. And when you go to take off the main line, which is this one, just bring an old rag with you, and when you loosen it up to slide it off, just keep it over your hand while you're doing it, and just keep pressing down, because that'll just save you a lot of bull crap. Because it's gonna go everywhere and it will spray you in the eyes. When you go to put the lock back on and taking it off when you're removing it, I don't know, that I haven't really developed a science to it. I had a hard time on mine. The second time I just removed it, it was easier. So I don't know how I did it exactly, but just play with it and you'll get it. I had to fight it. I got it, slid it under before I slid it back onto these lines. That was how I got it. I guess that's probably the way you're supposed to, I assume. But I tied a wire to these lines when I took these over to the side, because the last week I had them fall back. So that helped me. So make sure you don't have to dig them back out from the side of the tank over here. And I'll put it back together and see how she does. Let's see what she does. That looks about right. So I don't know. Seems good. So I'd recommend give it a shot. $20, you know.